CR 5859, State of Texas versus Thomas Henson. Can I have parties approach and announce for the record for the state?
Captain Pollard for the state.
For the defense? And are you Mr. Henson?
Yes.
Defense, I'm showing you what's entitled discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review that with your client?
We have, Your Honor, and I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Henson, I'm showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Henson, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Right from the start, this judge isn't sugarcoating anything. Thomas is facing aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's no small charge. Even with a plea deal on the table, the judge reminds him this could mean decades in prison if things go wrong. You can almost feel the weight pressing down on him in that courtroom.
Fine.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. How old are you?
18.
18? So why are you beating up your stepfather? And mind you, before you speak, I've already read the police report.
Yes, ma'am. I was,
You need to speak up. I can't hear you.
I was just not in my right. I was kind of following like a lead.
I can't hear you. Open your mouth and speak so I can hear you.
I have kind of like an issue, and I went about it the wrong way.
No, because I read the police report. What your issue is that you went to your mom's house where she lives with your stepfather. You asked your mom if she could stay, and you came over there early morning hours. Then you asked your mom for money, and it appears she did not want to give you money. So then you called her the B word, and then your stepfather said, don't speak to her that way. And then you proceeded to beat him up. So what was the issue?
Yes, ma'am.
No, what was the issue?
Me.
Because people, when you ask people for money, they can either say yes or no. So your mother said no. You called her the B word. Why are you calling your mom that word?
I shouldn't have done it.
No, I know you shouldn't have done it, but my question for you is, why did you?
I lost my temper.
Temper what? Because she wouldn't give you money that was her money? Is that what you lost your temper over? The fact that she said, no, I'm not giving you any money? Do you have a job? So if you want money, and this is what I don't understand about some young people, if you want money, then guess what? You get a job and you earn it. Your mom, your father, your stepfather, your brother, your cousin do not have to give you money. You're of age. Are you in school? So basically you're doing nothing with your life because you're not in school. Do you have a job? So you're not in school, you don't have a job, you're doing nothing with your life, and you expect your mother to support you. And you want money, and when she tells you no, you call her a B.
This is tough to watch. The judge lays it out plain. Thomas asked his mom for money. She said no, and he snapped. To call your own mother a slur and then beat your stepfather, that's more than just bad judgment. It's pure disrespect. And honestly, the judge's anger feels justified here. She's trying to hammer into him that being broke doesn't excuse violence.
I fell into the wrong crowd. And
Nope. Let me just tell you something about the wrong crowd. If I had some other person standing up before me and they said they fell into the wrong crowd, and I asked them, well, who's the wrong crowd? You know what they're going to say? You are. So I don't want to hear this nonsense about I fell into the wrong crowd, because if you are with the wrong crowd, then you are in that subset of wrong crowd, and you're a part of the wrong crowd, and you are the wrong person. You understand? Let me see his grandfather. Hello, are you his grandfather?
step grandfather. Yes.
step further. Could you raise your hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. Could you state your name for the record?
Michael Andrew Mirchuk,
Okay, I'm sorry, spell your last name.
Mierchuk.
All right, so you're the step grandfather. Is your son the stepfather of him?
No. I
Okay.
mean, my wife is that's his her.
Ah, so your wife is his biological
Yes.
grandmother. Okay. So here's the thing. Does he have rules at your home?
Yes, he does.
All right, and what are those rules?
Right now, especially with the monitor on, he can't do anything. We monitor, we basically told him that once the monitor comes off, the rules are gonna be no drugs, no nothing. He's gonna get a job, gonna get his, we're gonna get him into the GED program, figure that out some way. And hopefully from there, we're gonna make sure he gets better.
All right, and what is his curfew at your house?
He hasn't really had to have one right now, but we're gonna stipulate one 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. All right, is there anything else that he needs to do at your house? Do you need him to help clean up? Is that part of his?
Chores are gonna be, he's already doing chores, and his grandmother's already set the rules for what she wants him to do as far as cleanup, laundry, things like that for right now, until he gets his supposedly Friday tomorrow. He's got the job interview, and hopefully he'll get the job, and we'll work from there after that.
All right, so you're aware that he did beat up his stepfather.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so is there any fear with him being in the house?
The grandfather's testimony is heartbreaking but also hopeful. You can hear the man desperately trying to give his grandson structure. Curfews, chores, even pushing him toward a GED. It's a reminder that sometimes family is the only net keeping someone from hitting rock bottom.
But he needs to be back at his grandfather's house at 10 p.m., no later than that. If you are 1 minute late without informing probation, what's going to end up happening is the motion to revoke is going to be filed against you, and you're going to come over to court dressed in orange if you can't make bond, and we'll hear the reason why you're late. Do you understand? All right, thank you so much for taking him in.
Your Honor, if there's no violations, let's say within 90 days, would the court entertain a removal of the GPS?
I'm always willing to entertain whatever motions people bring before me.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
And for clarification, this is tracking only, but he is going to have.
He has a curfew of 10 p.m. All right, this is what the court is going to do. It's going to be 4 years deferred adjudication, $500 fine that will be probated. Take in consideration county court cause number 664461, 664462, 671781. There's an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon and family violence. There's 240 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but you have it, including the booster. The court will consider, will allow you to waive 40 of those hours. The remaining hours will be waived if you provide proof of your GED. You must pass that. Do you understand? There's going to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be, of course, no firearm possession. We're going to do the hostility and aggression control course. There's a 10 p.m. curfew. So probation, outside of work, if he's not at work, he needs to be back in at 10 p.m.
Yes, Your
He's
Honor.
allowed to be outside the house from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. only. Now, like I say, if he has employment and his work schedule is later than that, but he's saying he's working at a car wash, and I know the car wash is closed probably at like 6 p.m.
Moment right here is powerful. The judge gives Thomas strict conditions, a 10 p.m. curfew, GPS monitoring, mandatory classes, but also a chance. She's basically saying, mess this up and you're going to prison. It's accountability wrapped in opportunity.
That's a problem. He's all nice and polite to me right now, but I don't know what's happening in that household. So there's to be no contact with Abilio Torres, and you can tell the family that Judge Boyd said that he is not to have any contact with him. And it's not Abilio's fault. I know. And for the record, I'm going to say that Abilio filed a non-prosecution and that I know that it's been lifted on the other side, but I'm not lifting it here. So you don't have any contact with him. You understand?
Sure.
And if I decide to lift it at some point in time, you had better have your letter of apology and sincerity in that letter for him and for your mom. You only get one mom, you understand? So there's to be no contact with Abilio Torres. There's to be regular UAs. And there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need for me in order to be successful? All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? And because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. Here's the thing. You better start treating your moms right. Moms don't last forever, and they're not going to be on the planet forever. Don't be that person who's in an imitation of life, running behind a coffin after you had treated your mom so badly, because people are not going to be sympathetic towards you. You understand?
This part hit me hard. The judge reminding him that mothers don't last forever. Wow. That wasn't just a lecture, it was almost like a life lesson. You can tell she's speaking not just as a judge, but as a human being who's seen too many families torn apart by violence and disrespect.
With a deadly weapon on September 15, 2022 for a period of 4 years.
Yes, sir.
State.
Your Honor, on or about the 11th day of August 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Thomas Nathaniel Henson, committed the offense of assault in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State.
And Your Honor, there's an agreement.
The other allegations.
There are none, Your Honor.
Are you waiving?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any objections to the waivers?
No objection to the waivers.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yeah.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We had an agreed recommendation to continue and for DDRF.
That is understanding, Your Honor.
All right. Probation, is that your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the wait time for DDRF?
Your Honor.
The wait time is 6 to 13 weeks. Do we have any other alternatives?
State ISF cognitive track, Your Honor, that wait time.
All right, but will that address the issue? Because DDRF, I'm assuming there's a mental health issue.
And Your Honor, that had been the first recommendation. Then he did the tap about, and that's why we got to NDRF. But the first recommendation had been ISF cognitive.
All right.
Sorry.
No problem.
So yes, the original recommendation was for the state ISM cognitive track, but we did an updated tap while he's been in Bexar County, and the recommendation changed for DDRF due to the mental testing.
All right, so the new number.
And here we are again. Thomas couldn't stay out of trouble. Another assault, this time involving his girlfriend. At this point, the judge has every right to send him away for years. But instead, she's still considering treatment programs. That's rare patience, and it shows how much faith she has left in rehabilitation.
He absconded. He did produce one negative UA. The others were positive. he did not complete his hostility management course that was originally mandated. I think our concern would be that he would abscond again without actually getting the help that is necessary.
All right. Do you want to go to prison? Because we can do that. Then why are you behaving as though you want to go to prison by not reporting? That's the easiest thing on the planet to do. You're obviously not working, really. So you're just watching television with your grandmother or something, or putting a burden on her where she has to feed you, and then you're bringing a girlfriend into the house. That seems like all you were doing and not doing well on probation. Do you want to go to prison for up to 20 years? All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'll deny the motion. There's to be no contact with the complainant, whatever her name is, give that to probation. So the complainant and condition number 1, you are not to have any contact with her. Do you understand? So as far as your probation is concerned, that relationship is over. Do you understand? Do you have any children with her? So that relationship is over. If you end up violating my order and having contact with her, you could potentially go to prison for 20 years. Do you understand? And we're going to do state ISF, cognitive and substantive track. And then we'll see where that leaves us.
Okay, Your Honor, I do want to point out that the way that state ISF is being ran now, it's not a double track anymore. It's either one or the other.
We'll do cognitive.
Thank you, Judge.
And then after that, when he's released, we'll put him on GPS, partial for work, until further notice. And you to reside at your grandmother's house. You understand?
And Your Honor, for Mr. Hansen's benefit, what are you looking for, or what is the court looking for so that he could get off GPS? I mean, just so that he knows, like, if he's always.
This ending feels like the final warning shot. No contact with the girlfriend. Strict monitoring. Live with grandma. One wrong move and it's 20 years behind bars. You can feel the tension. This is Thomas's last chance. Honestly, I'm torn between hope and frustration. Hope because maybe he'll finally grow up. Frustration because he's already burned so many chances.